biggest independent cruise agents in the UK. They've won numerous awards. Their customer service always rates on average very, very high, around about 95%. And the great thing with Planet Cruises, not only are they on the biggest live cruise TV show in the UK, but they can find you a cruise with any company, any destination. They can also make the cruises bespoke as well. So if you want to add things like hotel stays to your cruise, they can do that. So we promise you, you're going to find the perfect cruise holiday this hour. And if you are new to cruising, we are going to give you some little tips and some help as well. We have got some amazing deals. And Gemma, my co-host, is with me right now. Gemma,
hello.
lovely to see you again.
Good
You're
evening.
looking great, by the way.
It's quite bright, this one today,
Oh,
isn't it? You need your sunglasses.
It is bright, but then we are bringing sunshine to our viewers. We've got some great cruises,
exactly, we are. We've got some wonderful cruises as ever, and you're absolutely right. Booking through Planet Cruise just takes all the pressure off. You know, you can trust them. You know what you're getting. Your holiday is protected, and they've got so much experience.
And great deals.
Great.
Yes.
That's the most important thing.
Yes.
We can give you some amazing prices.
And we have got 6 cruises tonight and a stunning hot pick, but you're going to have to stay watching to see what's coming up. But we've also got some cruise news with Norwegian Cruise Line. We often talk about the great entertainment that you get on cruise ships, and you really do. The entertainment is second to none. West End style shows, Broadway entertainment, and there are 2 new shows on the Norwegian Epic coming up, aren't they?
That's right. 2 new Broadway show headliners, but also they're bringing the Cavern Club to the sea. I mean, how cool is that? And that's the most amazing thing about cruising as well, is that, you know, on these ships, they create these little worlds, and you almost don't know where you are.
And Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, I went to see that show.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, fantastic, yeah, and then Burn the Floor as well.
Because my tickets were £90 in the West End.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, I was looking into some tickets for something the other day to take me and the kids, and I was just like, oh, no, actually, 3 tickets, no. And that's a thing as well. All this entertainment is included.
Yes. And honestly, it's West End standard. Anyway, we're going to start off with an amazing cruise. This could be a great first cruise, actually.
Yes.
It's with P&O, very, very British cruise company. You've got a price reduction on this one of, oh my word, that is huge, £414 off the brochure price. And I know that when you cruise with P&O, you are in very, very safe hands. They've got decades of experience. Under £530, let's take you on board.
Yes, this would be a very nice first cruise,
wouldn't
actually.
it?
Yes, because you're cruising, you know, around the Med as well. And you're also going from Southampton, so that's very nice.
And again, you know, you may have never been on a cruise ship. Well, look at all of the facilities. Amazing spas.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is a real super liner. You've got over 1,000 cabins on board, you know, wonderful suites, lovely balconies, so depending what you want, there's something for everyone. And this particular ship has had a bit of a facelift as well. They spent £1 million on really improving and updating all of the staterooms. And P&O, again, great whether you're going with a big family or as a couple. This is going to be really good. Now, you're seeing some of the food here.
And food is a big part of any cruise holiday.
Absolutely.
The standard of food is incredible, and it's all included as well. So
well, that's right. And you know, if you just think that Marco Pierre White has put his name to the Café Jardin, which is one of the restaurants on board. Now, there's no way a top chef like that would risk his reputation, is there? So that says it all. But also, if you don't want formal dining, then you've also got the buffet court as well. You've got 2 main restaurants. You've got a coffee and chocolate bar as well. So there's places all over the ship where you can eat nicely. And here's some of the entertainment.
yes, and again, we've touched on this at the beginning of the show. A big part of the cruise experience is having that fabulous 4 or 5 course meal, then all of your entertainment, and the staterooms as well. Looking here.
Yeah, really spacious, actually.
They are.
Really lovely. And I think, again, some people who've never been cruising before, they imagine they're in this tiny little cabin or something with a tiny little porthole. Not at all. They're like hotel rooms. They're just beautiful. So, as Sean said, you eat, you drink, you're entertained, but you can relax as well. Beautiful spa on board too.
And all of that for under £530, and you are away 12 nights. Now, I know Gemma likes her clothes.
I do.
She does?
I do.
So the great thing is, on this cruise, you're cruising from Southampton, so there's no worry about luggage allowance, all your cosmetics in little plastic bags. You can take as much luggage as you like.
Yes.
And when you arrive, by the way, all of your suitcases are taken away from you. You don't even lug them on yourself. They're all taken away for you, and they arrive outside your stateroom.
Yes,
Really
the
nice.
cruise elves deliver them to your,
They
your
do.
stateroom. Yeah, it's really good.
They're very hard-working elves as well. So let's show you where you're going to be cruising to. And so we mentioned from Southampton, a couple of days at sea, and we're making our way over to Lisbon, first of all.
Yes, we indeed, and we will be arriving in the capital of Portugal, where there is so much to do and see. So I would recommend a few things here. So I would definitely recommend.
I've not been to Lisbon.
Oh, it's absolutely stunning. You can go around all the different quarters. Definitely go and visit Jeronimos Monastery, which is the resting place of the explorer Vasco da Gama, who I'm sure you've heard of. So there's a church there built in the 1500s as part of this magnificent monastery. You've got the Belém Tower as well, which you'll probably see as you sail into Lisbon. It's a real icon of the city. It's a symbol of the age of discovery. But you've also got a maritime museum and lots of different quarters within the city, so it's really nice to go and visit the old quarter if you want to just watch the world go by, have a nice drink and do a bit of shopping.
And again, that's only the first port of many. There's another great reason to book a cruise. You're going to see so much. So from Lisbon, we've got a relaxing day at sea and just enjoy all of the great free facilities, the great food, the great entertainment on board. And we're making our way over to Morocco, aren't we?
Yes, to Agadir. And this port feels sort of almost unlike any other place in Morocco. It's a very busy port and beach resort, as you can see there, sprawling beneath its Casbah. And then day 7, we're back at sea again, so it's quite nice to have a day on the ship just to enjoy all the facilities. And then day 8, we sail into Cadiz in Spain. Now, the wonderful thing about coming here is that you can get to Seville really, really easily, where you've got lots of sights to see, including the splendid cathedral. But you're going to feel really like you're in old school Spain here as well. You could even go to the Royal Andalusian School of Equestrian Art if you're interested in horses and things. And then in day 9, and this is again the fantastic thing about cruising, is you take in all these wonderful places. We sail into Gibraltar. Now, of course, the most famous thing about Gibraltar, I think, is the rock, isn't it?
Of course.
The Rock of Gibraltar. And the most famous inhabitants of the rock in Gibraltar are the tailless Barbary monkeys.
And there they are.
Yes. So they're quite grumpy looking, aren't they? They're the only free-living primates in Europe, actually, and they all hang around the Apes' Den, which is near the cable car station. So I would do that, do the cable car up to the top and have a look at those. And then, of course, you've also got St Michael's Caves that you can see there.
Now, another day at sea. Again, you will love your days at sea as well, because the ships are so beautiful, so much happening on the sea days. And then La Coruña next.
Yeah, so which is beautiful in Spain. I would really recommend a tour to Santiago de Compostela, which is home to a very interesting medieval cathedral where thousands of pilgrims come each year to go there, so it's really worth a visit. That's just outside La Coruña. If you want to stay in the port, there's lots to do there as well. It's a very easy place just to walk around, and you'll see there, that's up on the hilltop, what you're seeing there, and you've also got the Tower of Hercules. And then we're back at sea, and on day 13, you've got to come home, I'm afraid. You sail back into Southampton, having had, hopefully, a really wonderful experience.
Well, we know you'll have a great time with P&O. Let's just remind you, you're going to be on this fabulous ship, and these really are floating resorts, great shopping, great spas, lovely libraries, of course, as well. Here's the main restaurant, fantastic dining. Again, we talked about the entertainment, superb. And the staterooms, remember, we've got the inside there starting at $529, but I've got to say, not much more for the outside. You have upgrades there from around about £120, and then we have got some great balcony prices available starting at $799 today. In terms of what's included, so much on a cruise holiday. Little tip for you, we have a very special relationship with the Marriott Meon Valley Hotel in Southampton. You can stay the night before from only £70 per person, and you'll get parking and port transfers. We'll show you that in a second, actually. 12 nights on board this beautiful ship. Slightly different itinerary on the other dates there as well, but a very, very similar experience. We know how busy we're going to be for this one, and so if you are new to cruising, maybe give us a call. Speak to one of our very experienced cruise consultants, and they'll just talk you through in a little bit more detail. Now, I've got a very, very handsome twin brother, and he recently went to the Meon Valley Marriott, and this is what he had to say about the experience there. Planet Cruise have a great partnership with the Marriott Meon Valley 4-star hotel here in Southampton. Bed, breakfast, free car parking, transfers to and from the port are actually all included. Now, I arrived earlier yesterday. I had someone take care of my bags. I went for a swim. I had the most amazing night's sleep, and I've just finished off a hearty breakfast. And now, with my car safely parked, I'm about to take the chauffeur-driven shuttle to Southampton Port, which is a mere 12 miles away. And then when my cruise is over, they'll drop me off here and I can drive safely home. I've stayed at that hotel many, many times. We really looked after as Planet Cruise customers. And when you work out what you'd be paying for the 12 nights parking, it works out such great value. And you really relax the night before. You're not driving down to Southampton on the day, worried if you're going to make it in time. So really recommend doing that for just £70 per person per night. Now, just to remind you of the price of this one, this is a really hot deal tonight. We have got the 11th of January. The inside statement starts at $549. The ocean view is just a few pounds more on that one, £30 more in that case, and the balcony $1,099. The later date, the 26th of January, you've got a price of just $529, the ocean view $649, and the balcony is a cracking price there at $799. So I know we are going to be very busy for that one. It's quite a late deal, you know, it's only, say, January, so if you do want to give us a call, it is a free phone number, of course, 0800 840 1088. Now, Gemma,
yes,
I know that you cruised recently with Azamara.
I did.
And you haven't shut up about it, have you?
I know, because the thing is, Azamara are quite a high-end brand. You pay a little bit more than you would for some other cruise lines, but it's just out of this world.
And so much is included as well, isn't it?
That's the thing. That's the thing. Once you are on board, it is more inclusive, and really and truly, every meal that you have, your drinks, you know, your wines, your yes. It's all included, and you even get cocktail lists. I mean, it's beautiful, and not only that, it's the best food you'll ever have. Now, the other thing about Azamara is there's a lot of space on board. So even when the ship is full, you know, you go up to the pool, there's not that many people around. You're in the casino, it's not packed.
And you do tend to find you do get, you know, on a luxury cruise like this, you do get more space per passenger, don't you?
There's a lot of space, very, very comfortable staterooms, just a real feeling of luxury. You know, even the sun lounges feel 5-star. Do you know what I mean? It's just beautiful. You will want for nothing. The staff on board, oh my goodness, they cannot do enough for you. I mean, there was one day I went to get a cup of tea and I was just carrying it back, and they were like, oh, no, let me carry it. I was like, honestly, it's fine. I was almost embarrassed. They were like, no, we'll carry it. You know, they're so lovely.
A mum like yourself that's normally looking after everybody else and running around after the kids, for you to be looked after.
It was amazing. And the spa, it was just unreal.
Can I just ask, I know sometimes, you know, when we are bringing you a 5-star cruise, you might be worried that you might feel uncomfortable or it's a bit stuffy. It's not like that at all, is it?
Not at all. Very nice atmosphere. Very laid back, actually.
I was going to say quite relaxed,
very laid back. You know, you can just sort of wander around. Oh, there's a bit of afternoon tea over there. I'll go and have a bit of that. It was really gorgeous. You do pay a premium sometimes, not tonight. This is under £2,100. And your gratuities and select drinks are included, of course, as well. And this is a trip of a lifetime, Gemma, isn't it? Well, it is, and for that price as well, you're away for a long time. Yeah. You know, you're away for 2.5 weeks. And you're doing it in style. You are, and you are going far as well. So you're flying from London all the way to Singapore, and then once you're there, you're actually starting off in a 5-star hotel for a one-night stay as well, which is really nice, before you go to the port on day 3 and embark onto the Azamara Quest, which is beautiful. So you've got lots of time in Singapore, which is a really good thing because it's such a fascinating city. And so we are going to include, obviously, all your transfers from the airport to the 5-star hotel. You've got that one-night stay there. We can help you with advice and things in terms of things to do. And don't forget, this is just the start of a holiday of a lifetime, because then you're transferred from the hotel to the port, and you're going to be on board the Azamara Quest for 14 nights. 14 nights. And so you've had that wonderful sort of city break in Singapore, and then you're on your ship, and you've got a lovely day at sea where you'll be so happy, just sort of... And spoiled. Revelling, and spoiled, and enjoying all of that delicious food. And then on day 5, poor you're going to sail into Koh Samui, which is an island off Thailand, and it is like, you know, one of the chocolate adverts. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be there, Gemma, no. You know, I'm so lucky. I went ages ago, and it is that white sand, beautiful palm trees. I mean, did it feel like just paradise? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you've got all these little places you can go and get a massage on the beach for next to nothing, and get a little banana pancake, and then go and visit some beautiful temples, or maybe go to some waterfalls. personally, I think I'd just be on that white sand.
I would.
It's just so lovely.
I'd just soak it all in.
Absolutely, get a bit of sunshine. And then we sail to, and actually good to have the beach and the chill out, because then you're arriving in Bangkok.
So something completely different.
Totally different, and you will just come alive. It's a really big contrast to the laid-back islands. Bangkok is crazy. It's fast-paced, there's little tuk-tuks everywhere, you know, there's markets. It's crazy, and you've got all the beautiful sights as well.
But don't forget, you can always arrange excursions.
That's right, of course, absolutely. And the people on the ship will help you with that, but Planet Cruise can pre-arrange that too and do some great prices for you.
I mean, again, I've never been to Bangkok, but it's on my wish list.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. And you've got 2 overnights on board as well, so you can really, it's quite nice to have the ship to come back to, so perhaps if it's all sort of like, wow, that was amazing, but now we can go back and relax on the ship. So that's that. And then we're back at sea for a few days, which is rather lovely. Get your treatments, do your reading, go to the gym. I actually went to the gym. Are you impressed?
I always...
I think I had to, because I had about 8 meals in one day.
Do you know, the gyms and spas are so good there.
Well, it's lovely looking out over the sea. And then day 12, you arrive in Semarang, which is in Indonesia, and as you can see, is absolutely stunning. Day 13, you're back at sea. Day 14, you sail into Selukan Bawang, with its big, large wharf. It's the main cargo port of northern Bali. Day 15, you arrive in Lombok. So this is an extensive tour of this part of the world. And in Lombok, you could go and visit the pottery village or the weaving village, or just go to the beach. It's beautiful. And then day 16, you arrive in Bali and Benua, and you've got an overnight on board. And this is where you can easily get to the island paradise of Bali in Indonesia. It's just one of the most well-known tropical islands in the world. You've got those lush jungle sort of landscapes, pristine beaches, and loads of shopping opportunities. I mean, honestly, markets galore, incredible, very sort of original stuff that you could take home. The main thing is the beaches, the clear water, you know, go get your snorkel on.
I don't know about you, Gemma, but I hate February in the UK. It's a hideous month. January and February.
Oh, come on, Sean, I'd much rather be here in the rain. Or maybe I'd rather be there in Bali.
And you know, you can really, really make this happen tonight at an incredible price of under £2,100. Let's take you on cheap. Now, am I right in saying, Gemma, that because I haven't cruised with Azamara. I've been lucky, I've been on 20 cruises, but I've yet to cruise with Azamara. Slightly more smaller, intimate ships, is that right?
Yes, they are, absolutely. They're not these huge sort of ships like you get with Royal Caribbean, for instance. They are slightly smaller. They're very romantic, very beautiful. The other thing
you can see there looking at the theatre, it's a lot more intimate.
Yeah, it really is. And the other thing they do really, really well is their excursions. They do these as amazing evenings, they call them, and they're all about immersing yourself in the local culture, and they go to town. So, you know, if you're in Naples, you'll have like Italian opera singers and all that kind of thing. So they will have those arranged on board as well, and for free.
Wow.
And the one that I went on, I was like, how much is this costing them? I couldn't believe it. It was like going to a sort of celebrity wedding in Naples. Honestly, it was absolutely amazing, and it was included.
Gemma,
So
you know,
really
I'm
get a
sat
lot
here
of
feeling
money.
really jealous. You know that, don't
it's
you?
good, isn't it? Well, it makes a change. It's you who's always away usually.
No, but I'd love to cruise with Azamara, and we don't feature Azamara, you know, every week. We just wait till there's a really hot deal, and there's one tonight for you to take advantage of. Let's remind you of what's included now: free selected drinks and gratuities. So that really is going to make a difference, particularly when you're away for such a long time. And this is really important, some of the cruise companies, they'll give you a price, then they'll add on things like the transfers. We will never do that at Planet Cruise. So all of your return flights, all your overseas transfers. We can also provide flights from most UK airports. So again, if the airport that we're suggesting isn't close to you, just ask us and we'll try and make, you know, it happen and find a closer airport to you, of course. The As Amazing evening that Gemma's just talked about, that is going to be incredible, an evening you'll never forget. And you have got, of course, 2 nights on board in Bangkok and another overnight in Bali as well. Just one thing that I did want to mention, our lovely Nikki from Planet Cruise had spotted that there's a really good price on the Club Ocean View on this one. For just a couple of £100 more, you can actually have a Club Ocean View, and the windows are really big on the ship. You're going to get loads of natural light, so worth thinking about that one as well. But again, our cruise consultants, they're very experienced. They've all worked in the cruise industry and travelled on cruise ships. They're ready to help you right now on, of course, that free phone number, which is 0800 840 1088. I have honestly been on 20 cruises, and if you have never cruised, maybe book your first one tonight. I know you'll be hooked. You really will. Now, what about travelling on a brand new ship? This is the one, Gemma, that everyone's talking about, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's created a real buzz within the industry, and it's going to be making its maiden voyage in the spring, isn't it? I think it's April.
Yes.
Yes, that it sails for the first time, and this ship is just unreal.
Well, let's have a little look, shall we, then? So,
oh,
brand new,
my word.
launching next year.
Brand new. This is the anthem of the seas. And the thing is that in the cruise industry, every time there's a new ship for, you know, a firm like Royal Caribbean, they are going to want to deliver some firsts. They are going to want to amaze you. And this is going to be a 158,000-ton ship with 4,100 passengers on it. And it is indeed set to break some firsts. You've got your bumper cars, just what you need at sea, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, if you're taking the family.
I mean, what? Yeah. Oh, that's I've got to say, if you're going with kids, you will never find childcare like it. But you've got
the North Star.
That's the North Star, which is a real big talking point with this. So you can literally get in that capsule and go off and see 360 views. And the bar you saw in that as well, with the glass which goes floor to window, changes at night. So that digitally, you could suddenly be in the jungle and things like that.
And this is the ship also. If you're going for the inside stateroom, you actually have a virtual balcony.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's amazing.
There's a lot of interest, I know, on this cruise. For you to secure your place tonight, if you haven't got, you know, a big budget, but you're going to have time to save for this, all you need to find is £25 to secure your place. £25.
I know.
I think that's the lowest deposit we've ever had.
I think that is the lowest deposit ever, isn't it?
Even I've got that in the wallet.
I know. Well, it means as well that if you're thinking, I've just got to persuade my other half, but, you know, look, just put the deposit down and then work on it.
And then you've got time to save, of course, and to look forward to the experience. Anyway, this is the maiden season, of course, for this brand new ship, so everything's going to be so new. And we're starting off in Southampton.
We are indeed.
Nice and easy.
I know, lovely. Everything will be new. You're right, the towels, the sheets.
Yes.
Everything, fantastic. Right, so you are in Southampton, and then you've got 2 days at sea, and then on day 4, you are sailing into Vigo, which is in Spain. You've got Portugal to the south and the Spanish mainland to the east. It's a really popular retreat, actually, where Spaniards often sort of escape the searing summer heat and come here. You've got beautiful scenery, delicious fresh seafood, and lots of culture as well. So you can go and visit the 17th century hilltop citadel, for instance. Beautiful cobbled streets and so on. And then...
Oh, one of my favourite places now.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah. So then we sail, you can see there on the map, all the way over to Madeira. And you sail into Funchal. What do you like about Madeira? It's very green, isn't it?
I was going to say, I'm really into my gardening, and honestly, it's like there's thousands of gardeners constantly working across Madeira, making sure everything looks immaculate. I think because it gets a great climate all year round, you've got wonderful plants.
That's right. It is famous for that, and you should, if you are also interested in gardening, go to the botanical gardens, because they're incredible.
I think it was also beautiful and immaculate as well, and very civilised, Gemma.
Absolutely. And you can go and do a little cable car ride up here and see some fab views. And then on day 6, you're at sea, and day 7, you sail into Lanzarote, which I'm sure many of our viewers will have know about and may have been on a holiday too.
Because if you want guaranteed sunshine, we make them over to Canaries, and they
get
sunshine.
The climate. Yeah, the climate is absolutely fantastic. I mean, you can see you've almost got that sort of desert landscape there. It's a volcanic island, like many of the Canaries are, and you get those wonderful beaches, of course. And then on day 8, you actually find yourself in another one, Gran Canaria, and then on day 9, Tenerife.
Do you know, Tenerife is really beautiful, isn't it?
It's fab, yeah. I've really enjoyed time in Tenerife. It's lovely. And then day 10, you're at sea, and day 11, you are then going to arrive. That's Tenerife, isn't it? Sorry, I was just still in Tenerife, but I'm not even letting you get your tan, am I?
Let me enjoy Tenerife for a moment, can you? Because it's a lovely island.
Oh, it's beautiful. That is so fun as well. And if you are going to go on a cruise with a family, can I just say that Royal Caribbean would be a brilliant one to go on, because the childcare facilities on the ship for every single age, it's not just like, oh, if you want to get rid of the kids will be desperate to go there because it's so fun.
Well, I've enjoyed my time in Tenerife.
Sorry, yes, did you enjoy that? Good.
Yes,
right,
I did.
now we're in
Lisbon,
which we actually talked about earlier. So obviously the capital of Portugal, very beautiful. And then on day 12, we're going somewhere I love, which is Bilbao, which has become a really popular place to go.
And it's because of the museum, isn't it?
It is, the hugely successful Guggenheim Museum, where you can see all that wonderful sort of modern art.
And that huge
building that's outside, that's the museum. It's just the building itself is worth a look. It's extraordinary.
And I know, I've spoken to customers that even, you know, aren't hugely into art, but they've had a great time. It's
Yeah.
just so special.
Yeah, it is. It's just something different to go and see exactly whether or not you're into art or not. You'll love it. And then you've got lots of lively restaurants and bars and excellent shopping, lovely architecture. So it's a great place to visit. We've got a day at sea and then back home to Southampton. What a lovely cruise.
Now, let's just show this gorgeous ship because she is brand new. This will be her maiden season, the Anthem of the Seas. And, you know, my first cruise was with Royal Caribbean for my 40th, and I have cruised with them several times. They offer something for everybody. And, you know, some of the innovations that we're seeing here are incredible. There's the virtual balcony. That's an interior. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, it is amazing. It's a brilliant idea, actually, isn't it?
I mean, everything is going to be state of the art.
Yeah.
Now, Gemma, do you like a drink on your cruise holidays?
No.
No?
Yes. Of course I do. It's part of a holiday, isn't it, having a little tipple?
Because this is all-inclusive as well. Do you know, and even if you don't drink alcohol, just have all of your soft drinks included.
Oh, it's all the lovely coffees, and or even, like, when you have your lovely fruity cocktails. Gorgeous.
Well, let's show you what you're going to get included in the price on this one. And it is, say, first of all, based on the virtual balcony interior, you just saw that, it looks incredible. As we mentioned earlier, it's really worth thinking about staying at the Meon Valley Marriott because you'll get free parking and your transfers. And that could add up over nearly 2 weeks, so really worth staying there. You'll be one of the very, very first in the world to experience this brand new ship on her maiden season. And in all the years that I've presented the show, I don't think I've ever seen a deposit this low to secure your place. Now, this one is also all-inclusive. You don't regularly get an all-inclusive with the Royal Caribbean. So that does mean all of your bottled, canned and draft beers, wines by the glass, fountain drinks with your free souvenir cups. So even if you don't, you know, drink a lot of alcohol, and I'm not advising you necessarily do, but all of your non-alcoholic cocktails and things are included as well. And what about this? Free gratuities. Well, sometimes if you've never been on a cruise, you worry about things like this. Well, what about the gratuities? We're going to take care of all of your tips on board as well. Here's the dates that we have got available, and you can see there, you might sometimes think, oh, an ocean view or balcony is going to be a lot more. Not necessarily so. We have sold out, by the way, of the suites on the 28th of September already on that one. That is a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, a real experience. You know, that ship will be seen to be believed. Because I was on the Oasis of the Seas, which is sort of similar. It's just unreal.
Yeah, I'm dying to go on that new ship, I really are. Anyway, things are heating up because it's time for our hot pick. Now, when a hot pick comes on the screen, sometimes it will be a late deal. This is a late deal. And do you know what? If I could get a holiday, my mum's birthday's on the 11th of December, and you can get away for 10 nights with a balcony. Is that right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It is a balcony, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's an
nearly
amazing
got my
price.
glasses on there. It's one of the best hot picks we've ever done with Pinot, and it's a real chance of really experiencing those Christmas markets as well, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, lovely. You know, take your warm coat and wander around, have your mulled wine or your hot chocolate and do a bit of shopping. It'll just be beautiful. Everything will be twinkly and festive.
And don't forget, with you cruising from Southampton and back to Southampton, no flights, you can do as much shopping as you like and it won't matter at all. It's a late deal. The price has absolutely dropped to right now. It's $499, 10 nights with a balcony. Again, maybe a great first cruise if you've never cruised before. Now, Gemma and I will always be with you on a Tuesday at 10. But we have got our new Friday show, don't forget. And this Friday, you can tune in at 11 a.m. And that's with our Keith. So we'll always be with you at, did I say 10 o'clock? Bless you. Thanks for reminding me upstairs. We'll always be with you 8 o'clock on a Tuesday. But the Friday show is at 11. This show's been on a Tuesday for, I think it's about 7 years now,
yeah.
At 8 o'clock. Yeah. And we love being with you, of course. We really do. I adore presenting the show, as does Gemma. Now, still to come, Celebrity's coming up a little bit later on, so stay tuned for Celebrity. That's coming up in about 8 minutes' time. But one of the best cruises I ever did was with my mum for her 70th birthday, and it was on the Queen Mary 2. We paid thousands of pounds, and it was worth every penny. But imagine cruising on the Queen Mary 2 with Cunard for under £500 over to New York. And we're even going to tell you how you can stay in New York over Christmas as well. We can work out a hotel stay for you. But our lovely Keith was also part of the Planet Cruise team. He worked with Cunard for many, many years, and here he is to tell you more about their 5-star exclusive experience.
She's the last remaining seagoing ocean liner, one of the biggest and fastest ships in the world, a byword for elegance and sophistication, one of the only ships to carry pets as well as humans, and the last ship I had the pleasure of working on board. She's the Queen Mary 2. You can have a proper pint in the Golden Lion pub, enjoy the panoramic views and martini cocktails of the Commodore Club, soak up the jazz of the chart room, or join me for some bubbles in the Veuve Clicquot champagne bar. Not what I used to drink on the job, of course. This is just fizzy water. Cheers. I used to joke that our guests walked up the gangway and that we rolled them back down. One thing is for sure, you won't go hungry on board, with specialty restaurants serving food from around the world, a 24-hour buffet and the fabulous Britannia. You're in danger of missing my favourite, the Todd English. Whatever you do, if you come here, make sure you try the chocolate fallen cake. It's absolutely delicious. With live music in every venue, West End style theatre shows, comedians and musical stars from both sides of the pond, the entertainment is rich and varied. But for me, it's this place which offers something unbeatably unique. Illuminations is the only planetarium at sea, offering celestial shows narrated by the likes of Robert Redford and Morgan Freeman. And it's also a cracking 4D cinema. There are 6 different grades of stateroom to choose from, all of it bright, spacious, airy and very, very stylish. 24-hour room service, 2 turn-downs a day, and the grill suites even have a private butler. But the best thing of all, as standard in every single room, is this. The Sealy Cunarder mattress. Quite literally the best night's sleep I've ever had.
I mean, we are talking about a 5-star luxury experience. So, you know, for my mum's 70th, it was the biggest occasion, really, that we'd had for many years.
Yeah.
And this was the cruise line that was recommended. And honestly, to get a price like this is incredible. You could even be away for Christmas as well if you had on a stay in New York. So this is it's an iconic transatlantic sailing from Southampton over to New York. And Cunard are very good. You know, this is what they're geared up to do. They make it every day special on board. But then, of course, you can actually add on a stay in New York. You could be in New York for Christmas, Gemma.
Absolutely. New York. Yeah, wonderful. And if you've never been to New York, there is so much to do and see. I've been a few times. I absolutely love it. I would go, you know, many more times if I can, because it's one of my favourites. Easy to get around. It's all built on a sort of grid. You've got Central Park, obviously, which is a must to go and visit. And then just near there, you've actually got Fifth Avenue, where you can go to the famous places like Saks, and you'll find Bloomingdale's and all of those wonderful shops. And then, of course, you've got the iconic Empire State, you've got the Statue of Liberty. The thing is, you'll know because we've all grown up with the movies, haven't we? Do you know what I mean? It's all in the famous films.
And I did stay in New York over Christmas, and honestly, it was spectacular. I mean, just the lights, the decorations, you know, the displays in the shop windows. The Rockefeller Center with all the ice skating. Honestly, it is the most amazing experience. Now, we're going to show you in a few months' time how you can actually stay in New York after your cruise for an amazing price. Bear in mind, this is going to be, you know, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day. We can make that happen with prices starting at $399 if you book a balcony on board the ship, and some great shopping.
Oh, I mean it's the best
shopping.
place for shopping ever. And, you know, the other thing is, as you've already touched on, Sean, of course, the bulk of this cruise, it's about the sailing, isn't it? It's about getting on that ship in Southampton and know that the next time you get off it, you will be sailing into America, into New York, which is something that I think for a lot of people is on their list of things they'd love to do.
And just to, again, remind you, the whole experience on board the Queen Mary 2 is about you feeling special. It's about you having the finest dining. The afternoon teas are wonderful with the white glove service, live bands, great 5-star entertainment, the most incredible food in the restaurants, and some of the best service that I've ever had in my life. Even the planetarium there as well. And the staterooms, they are all spectacular, but you know what? You could even go for a balcony on this one for just £100 more.
Oh, that's worth it, actually, isn't it? Lovely, get a bit of fresh air.
Yeah, just to have the views, and I love looking out, you know, onto the ocean. Or actually, the ocean view that we're looking at there is only $549 as well.
That's really nice having the bed like that, actually, so you can just wake up in the morning and poke your little head and have a look.
Gemma, I'm just thinking for 8 nights, you know, at this time of year, for under £5, it's incredible.
It's absolutely amazing. And also, what an experience. You know, Christmas obviously can sometimes be the same thing every year. Well, how about really having one to remember? This is an adventure. You know, you could even say, let's forget presents this year. Let's cruise to New York.
Treat ourselves.
That is the present.
Just to explain, your cruise is on the 15th, and it's an 8-night cruise, so that's going to get you in the 23rd. If you wanted to spend Christmas in New York, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, Planet Cruise, they've got great connections across the world with fine hotels. They can actually allow you to stay 4 nights in New York City for Christmas from only $399. That's based on a balcony, by the way.
I'd pay that
well.
not to do the cooking.
Yeah. I know, you would, wouldn't you? And it will be, by the way, Planet Cruise only work with the top hotels. It will be a 4- or a 5-star hotel as well. And the cruise itself is reduced by £650 tonight. Do you know, not everyone likes to be here at Christmas. You could get away, you really could.
Do you know what? Joking apart as well, you know how much we all spend at the supermarket. We go mad, don't we, at Christmas? And then there's everything else and all the stuff for the kids and everything. So, yeah, you could just go and have a really nice experience.
I would love one day to have to have a Christmas where I am away on a cruise ship. I'd love to do it. I really would.
Or I'm not washing up for like 5 hours.
I know. Anyway, we mentioned we have a cruise coming up with Celebrity. I've actually got my eye on this one. I want to say hello to my friend Jane, by the way, because her 50th is on the 16th of July. She's one of my oldest friends.
And you've got your eye on a cruise, haven't you?
Yeah, and I've been waiting for this one to have a drinks package and some extras, and we've got all of those tonight. But before we talk about that, let's take you on board Celebrity. Because 5-star luxury, 5-star modern luxury is what Celebrity are all about. They've won numerous awards recently, haven't they?
Yeah, I always love the look of the ships that they have, actually.
Beautiful.
You know, the way the decor is and everything. It's very clean lines, very modern, really beautifully done, actually. Sort of proper interior design ships, if you like. And, yeah, incredible food. You've got ocean liners to eat in the Tuscan Grill. Wonderful shopping opportunities. Yeah, places to go and just relax on your own.
And I've been on 3 Celebrity cruises. I've actually booked my 4th, and honestly, their standards are impeccable. From the service, the entertainment, the whole feel of the ships are beautiful, and they have picked up numerous awards, as I mentioned recently, because of their food, their service, their entertainment, the whole look and feel of the ships. Modern luxury, and I know their aim is to make every aspect of your cruise as perfect as possible. The ships are just spectacular.
Yeah, really wonderful.
But I have to say, the reason why I've got my eye on this one is the itinerary as well, because so it's one of my best friends, Jane's 50th birthday, and to cruise out of Venice.
Oh, wonderful,
wow.
Yes. So we will fly you to Venice, where you will embark onto the ship, and you're going to have an overnight on board so that you can enjoy this stunning city, famous, of course, for the water that runs through it, the canals. You can go on a gondola, be a tourist, I say, do it. Get your picture on a gondola. But actually, it's a really good way of seeing Venice as well.
When I was in Venice, I only got to spend 2 hours there. I was really disappointed. So this is why Celebrity have arranged this overnight on board.
Yeah, that's lovely to have that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is actually. And you must go to St Mark's Square. We just saw there's St Mark's Cathedral. Just breathtaking. Lots to do and see if you wanted to go to the Murano Glass Factory. But actually, the thing about Venice, you can just, on foot, you can cover a lot of space, you know, and a lot of places just wandering around. It's really fantastic.
And obviously one of the most romantic cities in the world.
Very, very romantic. Yes, absolutely.
You'd make the most of that romantic feel, wouldn't you, Gemma?
I would want, yeah, my ice cream on the gondola. I would want roses, the whole world.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, I don't know who's from, but yeah. Day 2, we're then sailing off from Venice. We're going to Croatia, and we're arriving in Split. This is a really stunning place, actually, and Croatia has absolutely exploded in terms of the tourist industry recently. A lot of people are finding this is their new place to go on holiday. And you can see why. Medieval city. It's got an old part to it that you must go and have a look at. And then I think we've got a picture coming up, actually. Yes, I can't pronounce that, but you want to go there. It's Diocletian's Palace. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Right to me,
but yeah, I've got it on my list of places you must go and see. You've got the People's Square in Old Town as well, and the cathedral. But again, Planet Cruise will help you sort out excursions, very reasonably priced if that's what you'd like to do too.
Now you've got a day at sea and then over to Santorini. And I have been to Santorini.
Yeah,
and it's beautiful.
yes, I have too.
Yeah.
I love the Greek islands, and I think Santorini is one of the prettiest. As you sail in, you will feel like singing Mamma Mia, because it's got the little whitewashed buildings, you know, that beautiful, just as you can see there. It's just old-fashioned Greece at its best, if you know what I mean. And you've got the Black Sand Beach here as well, because there is a huge Santorini crater where there was once a big volcanic explosion.
And then another
Yes.
beautiful Greek island, Mykonos.
Yeah, Mykonos. There's a bit of, you know, fun here to be had as well. And then it was also famous for Little Venice and the windmills as well, which you can see there. And again, you'll see, hopefully, from the ship. It's always lovely to get that viewpoint when you're cruising. So then, on day 6, we're sailing to Katakalon in Greece, another part of Greece. And then you've got a day at sea, and then on day 8, you're back in Venice, and you've got another overnight on board.
So you actually get 2 overnights in total.
Yeah,
don't you?
so if you haven't
Really
been taken
nice.
for a glass of Prosecco or whatever, then you've got a chance to go and do that.
And actually, I think that everyone that I know that's been to Venice has said, I'd want to go back. So it is nice to have 2 nights there. Let's just show this stunning ship. And again, I cannot emphasise enough, you know, if you've never been on a cruise, the facilities, the atmosphere, the ambience, the level of service, the shopping, the entertainment, everything is impeccable. These are not the same standards that you get on a land holiday. It's a completely different league, isn't it?
Yeah, it really, really is.
I mean, imagine having a 5-course meal.
Oh,
that's
I
always
know, how
included.
delicious does that look? And you've got the ice martini bar as well. And this is the lovely thing. Every day is different on board. There's no routine. It's what do I fancy doing now? What mood am I in? Do I want to go and relax? Do I want to be more active? Lovely.
Can we just stop there? Because, by the way, because you're going concierge class, and we'll talk about that in a second, you will get a balcony stateroom, but one of the best ones on the ship as well. And the reason why Planet Cruise have picked this particular offer, there's a few different promotions with Celebrity right now, but if you go for this one, you get everything free. When I say everything free, the Classics drinks package, and their drinks packages are really, really good. You get free tips, so you don't have to worry about any of that, and you even get the free onboard spend as well. And this is because we're giving you concierge class, and there are so many benefits of that as well. Return flights are included. We can also find you flights from most UK airports, and we can even add on an extra stay in Venice from only £99 per person as well. The drinks package, let's talk about this, because it's not all about alcohol. We will also include specialty teas, coffees, sodas, assorted juices, bottled water.
Well, you know what, Sean, I'll tell you what it is about. It's about saving money, isn't it?
It
Because
is.
you forget that when you go on holiday, of course, you've got all your meals and everything, but you do fancy a nice coffee in the morning, and then you might fancy a glass of wine with your lunch, etc. And if you get this package, you just don't have to think about
You
it.
don't ever have to, you know, rummage in your wallet, look for
Or
euros.
get surprised at the end. You know what I mean? When you go,
Oh, yeah.
oh, that's actually added up quite a bit.
I mean, on this one, because all of your drinks are included, and your tips, and your onboard spend, it's incredible. Concierge class, Jem and I were looking at this earlier. I mean, it is nice to have things like priority check-in. Wow.
Yeah, oh, lovely,
it's lovely.
It's like having VIP at a club, isn't it?
It is. You feel special.
Yeah, it
from
feels sort of special,
From the
yeah,
moment you're
really
aboard, you feel
nice.
special. If you remember rightly, your Sea Pass is a gold one. You even get things like sparkling wine and fresh fruit in your stateroom as you arrive. Complimentary shoe shine service. You know, it's all included there. And I know your stateroom you get, and I've been to concierge class a couple of times with Celebrity. Even things like your afternoon savers delivered to your stateroom.
Oh, amazing.
How lovely
If
is
there's
this gonna be?
complimentary shoe shine, I have to take my son's school shoes. They're a state.
Make the most of it.
Very
Gemma.
scuffed.
Now, for those extra special occasions, you might even want to go for a Sky Suite as well.
Oh.
So these start at under £2,500, and I mean, look at this.
Look at that space. I mean, a personal butler, and then the beautiful dinner. I mean, you can see the list there for yourself, but wowee, that is just gone up a gear
again,
into
just
the
ask-
realms of luxury.
You know, don't be embarrassed. Ask our cruise consultants. They will talk you through everything that you need to know. And I do want to mention, by the way, I can just quickly just say, I know we are going to be very busy tonight. We've got all of our regulars. We've got all of our new viewers. Our cruise consultants, they're there now. They're very experienced. So even if you're just thinking about having a cruise, you've got a few questions, 0800 840 1088. It's a free phone number as well. And we just want to hear from you. We would love you to experience it at First Cruise, or for our regulars, we have got some amazing offers now. I know they're going to be selling super, super quick, particularly some of those late deals as well. And don't forget, everything is on our website as well. all the W's, planetcruise.co.uk/TV. However, we still have one final cruise, and it's a real biggie, this last one, isn't it?
It is.
Princess Cruises on board the Star Princess, and a chance of visiting Argentina, Falkland Islands and Chile as well. Now, first of all, Gemma, this starts with, obviously, your flight to Buenos Aires, and we're staying in a great hotel, aren't we, first of all?
Well, that's really nice. Yes, you do. You fly from London to Buenos Aires. Oh, I couldn't say that then. Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires.
In Argentina. And you're going to arrive, be transferred from the airport. That's all included to your hotel for a 2-night stay. And then you've got a load of time to yourself to explore this incredible city, which is often known as the Paris of South America.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, and do you know what? It's got a stable economy, low inflation as well. So, in fact, once you're there, it's really very cheap and just beautiful. You've got all the countryside that you can see around it. So do go and visit that, but also within the city itself. You've got parks, fountains, outdoor cafes, pedestrian streets. It's the kind of place, and I promise you, you could turn a corner and just find someone dancing the tango to, to a radio. It's that kind of very romantic, amazing place. If you go to La Boca district, that is fantastic. And there is, you must ask as well, there is a whole district where it is famous for people performing in the streets and dancing. And
fabulous.
Really, really amazing. So lots to do and see there. And then, once you've had your 2 days in Buenos Aires, you transfer to this beautiful ship in the port, the Star Princess. And let's have a look where the next part of your journey takes you.
I was going to say, let's have a little look at Princess. Princess, again, they've got an amazing reputation in the industry. Years and years of experience and beautiful ships.
Oh, absolutely. Now, this one has 13 decks, and she entered service with Princess in 2002, and she's got really lovely, spacious interiors. Great facilities, wonderful, wonderful food. They've been included, this fleet, into the prestigious, it's called the Chaîne des Rôtisseurs, which is a sort of gastronomic society. Basically, it means the grub is amazing. You can see here that there's wonderful entertainment. You know, you've got the disco, you've got the cabaret, you've got Skywalker's nightclub, Wheelhouse Bar, Promenade. But there's so many different places on the ship. You've got a sports bar as well and a cigar lounge. But also, if you fancy doing a bit of exercise, you've got a wonderful state-of-the-art gym, you've got your spa, you've got great childcare facilities as well on the Star
And we should
Princess.
say, you know, I mean, Gemma's a mum, shouldn't mind me saying this. One of the lovely things about all cruise ships is that children, there's only ever a certain amount of children allowed on a cruise ship. You're never overrun.
No.
And
Heaven
there's
forbid.
always separate areas as well.
Yeah,
you know.
well, also what they do is they don't just lump all the children together, which they don't like. You know, they make sure that the little ones have got stuff for them and the slightly older ones have got stuff that they enjoy. So then it's cool and they really want to go.
And I have to say, you know, if you're cruising during term time, you know, you very rarely see any children on cruise ships, do you?
No.
No.
No. Because you can't take them out of school anymore.
No, you can't.
You cannot.
Anyway, we've been to Buenos Aires, we've had 2 nights there, and we're heading over to Montevideo, aren't we?
Yes, we certainly are, in Uruguay, which is a real mix of old and new. Very intriguing place, actually. Wonderful 18th century buildings everywhere, and that's the famous Plaza of Independence. Day 7, we are at sea, and then day 8, you sail into Puerto Madryn, which is sort of in Patagonia. And this place, one of the things it's rather famous for is penguins.
Of
in
course.
fact, this part of
Here's
the world, and I mean, how cute is that? So they actually do penguin tours. So if you want to do an excursion, you've got to take your camera. I love penguins. I think they're fun. And to see them in their natural habitat, not a zoo, you know, it's really, really special, actually. So then on day 9, you've got a day at sea. Day 10, you're actually sailing into the Falkland Islands, obviously a place with great history that you'll know all about. Day 11, you're then doing something that a lot of people who are interested in maritime history, for instance, find fascinating. You're actually sailing around Cape Horn.
So again, I really want to do this.
Yeah,
I really
it's something
do.
to tick off the list, isn't
It
it?
is.
And to say that you've done it. It's very, very scenic cruising. Fantastic to have a balcony if you can, because, you know, you are going to see some wonderful sights as you are sailing. Day 12, you're in Ushuaia. And then day 13, you sail around into Punta Arenas in Chile. And again, all of the scenery that you're going to be seeing around here. I mean, unreal. It's really worth sort of setting your alarm very, very early and watching some of the sunrises. You just will feel so relaxed. More penguins, which I think is a good thing. You know, I like those ones as well, the chubby ones with the sort of funny things.
They are gorgeous, aren't they?
They are. They're very sweet indeed. And then day 14, you're actually sailing around the Amalia Glacier. So it's all pretty fascinating stuff.
But this is all about the scenery, the atmosphere,
it really,
the ambience,
really
isn't
is.
it?
You're going to a part of the world that you're probably not going to go to, maybe more than once, to really explore. But you get to see all these places because you're on a cruise. Day 16, Puerto Montt. Now, this port is tucked into a little V-shaped slit along the side of a mountain. It isn't a big city at all. When you arrive, you'll think you've been plonked down into somewhere like Bavaria, but you've got signs in Spanish. So very interesting again, and there's a lot of sort of outdoor pursuits that you can do here if you want to try fly fishing, whitewater rafting for the adventurous amongst you, zip line, canopy tour. I mean, there's so many things to do. And then day 18, we've got another day at sea. Day 18, you're in Santiago, and we're actually going to transfer you to a hotel for 2 nights. If you think what's included in this, it's unreal. And in Santiago, just waking up, you're going to see the towering Andes Mountains. The Andes attached to the Ristis, sorry. And, you know, that wonderful vista behind the city's tall buildings just makes this beautiful South American capital very, very special. So after all that Latin American excitement, you are then going to fly home, basically.
And again, everything's including, everything's organised. This is this wonderful ship, by the way, the Star Princess. And, you know, again, if you've never been on a cruise ship, the wealth of choice is incredible. I think whatever you're into, whether you like relaxing, whether you like spas, whether you love fine dining, entertainment, it's all there. So much choice and such high standards as well. And price-wise, well, let's remind you what you are getting for under £2,500. All of U-turn flights. Again, we can always find flights, generally speaking, from most UK airports. An extra 2-night stay in a 4-star hotel in Santiago there. And just let you know, the itineraries operate in reverse depending on departure dates. Again, just give us a call for details of those as well. And we often get asked, well, how much is it on a different date? Or what if you want to go for an ocean view or a balcony? That gives you a little idea of the pricing across the various dates and the difference between the interior, the ocean view, the balcony. And you might even, if it's a special occasion, want to go for a mini suite there as well. Wow. Great show, don't you think?
Really great show, actually. Lots of different cruises. I love all of them, actually, but there's sort of something for everybody there.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's remind you of where we started. And, of course, we started with an amazing cruise for under £530. This has really come down in price. You're actually saving there over £400. And it's a 12-night Portugal, Morocco and Spain cruise from Southampton as well. Massive savings, so that's come right down by over £400. But obviously, things will get limited on that one at those kind of prices. We then moved on to Azamara. Gemma's just come back from a cruise with Azamara. You get free selected drinks and gratuities on this one. You return flights. The As Amazing evening, that special evening that's been put together, and 2 nights on board in Bangkok and 1 night in, of course, Bali as well. We then are giving you a chance to experience a brand new ship. This will be her maiden season, and she's called, well, you'll know if you're a regular, the Anthem of the Seas. We want to make sure you get your place in this one. So even if you can't afford this cruise right now, what about a deposit of only £25 per person? And this is actually all-inclusive. Quite rare to get that with Royal Caribbean, but free drinks, tips and parking as well. Love to do that with myself. Well, what about a 5-star cruise for under £500? This is on board the iconic Queen Mary 2 with Cunard. The saving is huge. You're actually saving £650. This is way lower than half price. And the cruise is actually on the 15th of December. What we'd love you to do is make the most of it. Do you know, maybe you don't want to be here for Christmas. Well, we can actually add on 4 nights in New York for Christmas. And we can do that for just $399, and that's based on a balcony price. So the balcony price, by the way, is really good on that one, just $599. Then a cruise that I am genuinely looking at right now. Got my my best friends Jen and Ian looking at this one with me. It's with Celebrity, 5-star modern luxury. Now, I've been looking at the pricing of this one, and this is the best deal that's come up so far on this particular ship. Believe me, I've been checking it every few days. We're going to give you, because you're getting concierge class, you're getting free drinks, free tips, free onboard spend, a superior balcony, concierge class with loads of extras there, and the price there is under £1,550. And you just saw the last cruise of the night, which is, of course, the cruise with Princess Cruises, 20 nights, Argentina, Falkland Islands, and Chile, of course, as well. We then had an amazing hot pick. How about a balcony with Pinot for under £500? And you can, of course, do some great shopping on this one as well. Now, Gem and I are going to be with you every Tuesday at 8, but we also now have a show on Friday at 11 AM. So we'd love you to tune into that one as well. And if you'd like to stay in contact, then you can sign up to our newsletter. You can get our free copy of our Journey magazine, or you can check out a brand new website as well. And, of course, in terms of getting interactive, you can tweet us, you can search Planet Cruise, you can subscribe to us on YouTube, of course, and email us hello@planetcruise.co.uk. So, yes, hello@planetcruise.co.uk. And we mentioned at the top of the hour, you've got real peace of mind. Planet Cruise are award-winning. They've got great customer service, and they're ATOL and ABTA protected, and they include all of your transfers, your quality hotels, and flights with world-renowned airlines as well. And do check out everything on our website. You can even watch the show again online, of course, and check out all of the deals. Do you know, I'd love to just say thank you to Gemma. Been a great show, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been really fun. Yeah, I've loved it.
I'd love new viewers to actually give us a call and just find out about how wonderful cruises can be. You know, I booked my first cruise when I was 40, and I'm hooked. And we often find this, once you've actually had your first cruise,
so many people say that.
Yeah, you never want to go back to a boring land holiday. And the standards on cruise ships are just so much higher. They really are. So thank you to everyone. Thank you, Gemma. We'll see you next Tuesday at 8.
Yes.
But, of course, loads happening next with us here on Ideal. But book your first cruise. We'd love you to do it. Take care.